Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. And today I am going to be doing just general readings. So there's going to be 3 general readings for this new moon. New moons are great for new beginnings, starting new transformations, new projects. So I thought today would be a good day to do a reading. So we have over here, we have the apatite stone on this on the left, and then we have the quartz on the middle, and then we have the jasper on the right. So take a moment and see which one your eye is drawn to, and that might be the one that's for you. But keep an open mind. It could be that, your gut, you ignored your gut and you were supposed to go with another one. And so there might be another reading here that is for you, or maybe multiple ones are for you. Okay, so let me do the one on the left first. Let's see. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, King of Cups, and the Page of Swords. And I'm using the Pagan Otherworlds. Now, it looks to me like there's some emotional work that needs to be done, something that you're ignoring. So there is some sort of issue that you need to work on, or you've been trying to work on, and and it's just not going your way, and so you just put it up on the shelf and say, you know what, I'll get back to it later. Something having to do with either spiritual work or emotional work, mental health work, something along those lines. And what I see in the King of Cups is he's staring off into the distance, just very calmly and serenely looking at the ship in the distance. And I would say that this represents the person that you can become, the person who can weather the storm, who can look out into the distance and see what's ahead and prepare for it, and to emotionally be able to get ready for whatever comes your way. So it's someone who has more resolve, more resiliency. And so it makes me think that the first card actually refers to an inability to be resilient. Maybe you're telling yourself that you can't cope with things, or perhaps you legitimately can't because you just don't have the skill sets yet. And so, seen on the right side, we have the Page of Swords, and that's sort of like you taking all the skill sets that you have and then adding on a new layer on top of it. You're beginning a new path. So you need a new intellectual endeavor. So I see this as a new way of thinking about it, a new learning process. So you need to learn something here. So it isn't just emotional work here. There's some practical, putting the emotions aside and doing that kind of work, the kind that, opening a book, going and looking at articles, maybe even, since the swords is about communication, opening up and being willing to talk to other people, bounce ideas off of them, learn what other people use to deal with, those emotional pitfalls, that we all encounter. But you need to deal with it. You need to just not ignore it because it's not going away. There we go. And then this is the one for the quartz. So we have the Fool, the World, and Temperance. Okay, so for me, I see this as a new project. So there's a new project that you're thinking of taking up. Yeah, and like you're excited about it. Maybe you're, not planning as well for it, but you're still, wanting to jump into it and get started. It's sort of like a blue skies moment right now. It's like, whatever is, you're throwing at the wall and hoping it sticks. Some sort of creative project. Yes, I would say it's a creative project. But to me, it looks like it's something that's extremely important to you. It's extremely important. It's sort of essential to your identity, essential to how you see yourself, about your self-worth. And being the world card is very positive. It's about completion. It's about getting to the end of your psycho-spiritual journey and saying, you know what, I've done it. I've done the work. I'm where I need to be. And to me, that signifies that you are on the right path. And maybe, throwing everything to the wall and letting it stick, that's the path you need to take. That you don't have to do a lot of planning. Maybe you are already a huge planner, and maybe that's actually what gets you stuck. The person that thinks about it and thinks about it and thinks about it, but you never actually do anything. So wear the fool, move, in the right direction, just move. um, don't just sit on it. Don't just think about it. Because you see, there's no swords here. So to me, where, in some readings they would say, well, you're not thinking about it enough. Me, my intuition is telling me that maybe you're thinking too much. And this is the journey you have to take. Now, temperance can be about transformation. It's about like that alchemical transformation. It can be about balance. Um, and so I'm trying to think of how that relates to the other cards. And I'm going to go with my first instinct about an alchemical process, a spiritual alchemical process that is sort of, you're complete, you got it, um, you got this. So this is the message that you got this, so just do the work, get moving, don't just think about it. And in that process, once you get on top of that world and, achieve it, you are going to go through an alchemical transformation. There's something in this that you don't even realize, that there's going to be some sort of spiritual transformation through it. Maybe it's even something practical. It might not be creative. It might be a business venture. I mean, only you could know. If this is speaking to you, you know what the project is, whether it's creative, practical, finances, whatnot. But there's going to be a psycho-spiritual, psychosocial change in you. It's going to be a good one. You're going to sort of level up. So, yeah. So that's a good reading, I'd say. If that speaks to you, that, you think that you're going to take on a new project and it's going to, be spiritually fulfilling, spiritually transformational, I think that's amazing. Okay, the Jasper pile on the right. So we got the Two of Wands, Justice, and the Ace of Cups. Now, I love this Ace of Cups. It's so beautiful. See that? Okay, give me a second to think about this because I've always struggled with the Justice card. It's one of those that doesn't intuitively easily come to me. So let's start with the first card. The first card being about like Two of Wands. I'd say this is about planning. This could be a kind of, yeah, I'd say that there is some sort of either a trip or experience that you are wanting to plan, and you're just trying to figure out all the ins and outs of it. But moving on to the Justice card, I see the Justice card here. One way to read it is about balance. So you have like the two wands here, then you have the two here with the scales. And so I'm wondering if this is a plan that you're just not ready for yet, that your goal really is to see the shoreline. Like one of the things that I see in this symbolism with the dove and with the branch is, I mean, we hear the story in the Bible about Noah being on the ship and he sends the dove away. And when the dove finds land, he knows there's land nearby. And then the dove comes back with some plant life to let him know that there's land nearby. And this is actually was a common trick. Even, Norse pagans would do it as well. It's just people who were sailing and needed to find land. They would use this trick. They would send a bird off. And so to me, this means that you're looking for the shoreline. You're looking for sort of that trip that you can take, perhaps abroad. Like you want to take a trip abroad, and maybe you're just not ready for it yet. It could be that there could be consequences for that. It could be as simple as, we're not out of the COVID issue yet, and that could cause problems. I mean, you could either get sick, or just the plans just go south. Like they don't let you on the plane, or staying in hotels is a problem, something along those lines. So I see the planning stage, and to me, this means more planning needs to be put in, because you want to, um, see the other side. You want to have that emotional fulfillment, that beginning of a new emotional journey, which you feel that trip could take. And I mean, I am being literal here as in travel, but it doesn't necessarily have to be travel. I mean, only you would know what I'm talking about, what it might be, some sort of journey. It could be a spiritual journey. It could be a new job, something along those lines. But to me, it looks like you're not weighing your options well enough, and so you need to do more planning. You need to go back to the first step and just make sure you have all your ducks in a row, and so it doesn't come and bite you in the butt. And that way you can successfully, take sail and peacefully, and have a peace of mind that things are going to go well, and that you're going to get to the other shore, whatever that is for you. So those are my three readings. I hope one of them spoke to you, and that there was some clarity there. I know that last one was a little challenging for me, but I hope it was helpful, help someone out there. So I hope one of these spoke to you. Let me know in the comments if they did, and I really appreciate it. That really helps me grow as a reader, to let me know if I'm on the right track, if my intuitive skills are improving. So I'd really appreciate the feedback if one of those spoke to you. So yeah, I will see you all later. Bye bye.